You never needed or demanded anything from your person. Your love was never transactional, never based on expectations or conditions. From the very beginning, you offered them something rare, pure, selfless love. You stood by their side through every storm, every high and low, never turning your back, even when the road grew dark. You supported them during their struggles, celebrated their victories, and held on during their confusion. And still, despite everything you gave, your time, patience, compassion, and unwavering loyalty, they never truly saw the depth of your love. Not until you went silent. Not until you walked away. It was only in your absence that they began to reflect. Now, they replay every moment in their mind, the shared laughter, the late-night talks, the times when you comforted them without asking for anything in return. They're thinking deeply about all the things that transpired between you two, and these reflections have ushered them into a state of deep emotional realization. It's only now that they truly understand how much they lost by taking your love for granted. They feel the weight of that realization every day. Your person is consumed by a sense of shame. They are ashamed of how they treated you, how they allowed arrogance and pride to dictate their actions. They recognize now that they were rude, dismissive, and selfish. While you were offering your heart freely, they were among those who kept hurting you, whether knowingly or unknowingly, again and again. The memory of their behavior now haunts them. It pains them to remember how they let their ego get in the way, how they failed to nurture the one connection that was built on genuine love. Yet, even in your silence, even in your absence, they see you as a beacon of strength. What astounds them most is your resilience. Every time they put you through an emotional trial, you didn't break, you grew stronger. Every painful cycle you went through, every lesson you endured with grace, only added to your strength and character. They admire that deeply. While others may have fallen apart in your position, you stood firm, learned, evolved, and kept moving forward. You never let bitterness define you. You chose growth over revenge, healing over hatred. Whether you realize it or not, you have left a profound mark on this person. Your influence runs deep, shaping how they now view themselves and the world around them. Because of you, they are changing, slowly, but undeniably. You have sparked something within them, a desire to be better, to rise above their old habits, and to become someone capable of giving and receiving love in a healthier, more conscious way. They are beginning to understand what it means to be emotionally present, what it means to cherish someone without letting fear, pride, or past wounds sabotage the relationship. They were once surrounded by people who followed their every word, who agreed with them without question, who fed their ego rather than challenged their growth. But you were different. You didn't follow them blindly. You didn't enable their destructive patterns. Instead, you led by example. You didn't try to control them, you inspired them. They found themselves watching you, observing how you handled life's challenges, how you carried yourself with dignity, how you stood firm in your truth. Slowly but surely, they began to admire you, not just as a partner or a friend, but as a person of deep integrity and emotional wisdom. To them, you've become more than a past lover or a missed opportunity. You've become an ideal, an image of strength, compassion, and authenticity. You've become their quiet guiding force, the one who unknowingly set the standard for what true love looks like. They now realize how rare your presence was. And in this realization, they feel both inspired and heartbroken for not appreciating you when they had the chance, and inspired to grow into someone who, one day, might be worthy of a love like yours again. Your contribution to their life cannot be overstated. You helped them see themselves clearly, perhaps for the first time. Through your love and your boundaries, you taught them that real love isn't about possession or control, it's about growth, trust, and understanding. Even in your absence, your lessons continue to guide them. And for that, whether they ever say it out loud or not, they are deeply grateful. Your story with this person may have been filled with pain and misunderstandings, but it also sparked transformation. You were not just a chapter in their life, you were the turning point. And whether or not your paths cross again, your presence will always be remembered as the catalyst that helped them grow into who they were truly meant to be. Lately, everything has been happening so fast that I can barely catch my breath. It's as if the last few months have been a whirlwind of pain, confusion, and chaos. One moment something breaks, and before I can process or recover, something else falls apart. It's been a relentless cycle, one thing after another, and I've been stuck in the middle of it all, not knowing how to deal with any of it. The truth is, I haven't been okay for a while. I've tried to push through, to pretend that I could handle it, that I had it under control, but I didn't. I couldn't even tell if I was reacting or responding anymore. Everything felt like it was spiraling, and I was just along for the ride with no direction, no clarity, and no sense of peace. Life became unmanageable, and all my efforts to move forward only led to more breakdowns. I felt lost, completely disconnected from who I am, from what I want, and from the people I love. And now, in this quiet moment of reflection, I finally see the reason. It's because I left my happiness behind. That happiness was you. You were the light in my life, the stability, the calm in the chaos. And somewhere along the way, I let go of that. I got distracted, so distracted, chasing things that never really mattered. I was busy trying to prove myself to others, trying to be enough in their eyes, trying to gain approval from people who never truly saw me. I was chasing money, status, validation, things that fed my ego but starved my soul. In doing so, I forgot about what was real. I forgot about what was right in front of me, your love, your patience, your care. I didn't recognize it. I was too caught up in my own insecurities, my fear of not being enough, my need to be seen and admired by the outside world. I lost sight of what was truly important, and I see now that I've been living in a fog of distraction and denial. And now that everything is breaking down, the noise is fading, and I'm left with silence, I hear the truth loud and clear. I feel the weight of everything I've neglected, especially you. I feel the pain of how I let my wounds speak louder than my love. I feel ashamed that I let my brokenness become your burden. The hardest part of all of this is that I don't trust myself anymore. I've let myself down so many times that I struggle to believe I can make the right choices. And because of that, I hesitate to trust anyone else. The love I spent my whole life looking for, the love I prayed for, was right here with you. But I didn't recognize it. I was so fixated on what I thought success looked like, what I thought I needed to be happy, that I overlooked the one thing that truly mattered, us. Now, a part of me wants nothing more than for you to come with me, to walk with me while I figure all this out. But there's another part of me that worries, if I go too far, for too long, you might wait, and I don't want that for you. I don't want you to suffer anymore, not because of me. I don't want to be the reason your light dims or your heart aches. You've already carried too much, and I don't want you to carry the weight of my healing too. At the same time, I want you to know that deep in my heart, I believe you deserve so much more than what I've been able to give you. You deserve peace. You deserve consistency. You deserve to feel safe and loved every single day. You deserve a kind of stability where your dreams are supported, your voice is heard, and your love is returned with the same depth and devotion you give. You deserve someone who shows up whole, not someone who's constantly bleeding on the people trying to heal him. I love you. And because I love you, I want better for you. You deserve the kind of love that heals, not the kind that hurts. And right now, I have to admit that I've been carrying too much hurt, too much unprocessed pain, too much unresolved conflict within myself. I've projected that onto you without meaning to, and for that, I'm deeply sorry. Maybe one day I'll be able to stand beside you, not as a wounded version of myself but as the man you truly deserve. But until then, I need to find my way back, to myself, to peace, to purpose. And whatever that means for us, I hope you know this, you were never the problem. You were the gift I didn't know how to hold. And wherever this journey takes me, a part of my heart will always carry you with it. I am constantly yearning for you. There's no other way to say it, I miss you in a way that is difficult to put into words. It's not just missing your presence, it's deeper than that. I'm obsessed with your love, with everything that made you who you are in my life. Your voice, your touch, your thoughts, your way of making everything feel safe and meaningful, it all still echoes in my mind, in my heart, and even in the quietest moments of my day. I find myself longing to feel you close to me again, to reach across the space that now separates us and simply exist together like we used to. This emptiness, this aching silence where your laughter once was, is something I can't seem to fill. Why am I so addicted to you? It's a question I ask myself all the time. The way you loved me, the way you saw me, the way you taught me to love in return, it's unlike anything I've ever known. I didn't just fall for you, I dove headfirst into something deeper, something more real than anything I've ever experienced. You brought light into parts of me I didn't even know were dark. You touched places in my soul I didn't realize were waiting for someone like you. Now, without you, there's this constant ache, this restless stirring in my chest. It feels like there's an egg nestled behind my ribs, heavy and fragile, pulsing with all the emotions I've tried to contain. No matter how I try to distract myself or pretend I'm okay, the feeling won't go away. It stays with me, from the moment I wake up until the moment I try to sleep, and even in my dreams. I feel like I've been wandering without you. My days are filled with moments where I silently scold myself for how things ended, for the mistakes I made, for the things I didn't say when I should have and the things I said when I shouldn't have. I feel angry with myself, angry that I let something so pure slip through my fingers. I messed things up with you, and I can't seem to forgive myself for that. I keep wondering if you ever feel the same ache I do, if you ever replay our memories in your mind and feel that tug on your heart. Because I do, constantly. You're not just a memory to me. I still talk about you, even now. My closest friends know how much you mean to me. I speak your name with the same softness I used to when we were together. They all say I'm lucky to have had you in my life, and they're right. You brought something beautiful into my world, something I didn't know I needed until it was there. You taught me things that went beyond love, you showed me how to be open, how to be vulnerable, how to let someone in fully. And for that, I'll always be grateful. I want you to know, deep down, truly, that you are the best thing that's ever happened to me. Nothing compares to what we had, and nothing has felt as real since. You were more than just a partner, you were my mirror, my anchor, my home. I don't want to live in the past, but I can't help but revisit it, because that's where you still exist in your full light. I still hold on to the hope that maybe, just maybe, we can find our way back to each other someday. I promise you this, if given the chance, I would build a future with you, one built on understanding, healing, and everything we've learned, especially the things we've learned the hard way. I see a life where we laugh again, love again, and create new memories that go far beyond the pain of the past. I'm not perfect, but I'm willing to grow, to evolve, to be what you need, because loving you made me want to be better in every way. And I owe you an apology. I'm sorry for breadcrumbing you, for not being fully present when you needed me to be. I know now how deeply that must have hurt, how confusing it must have been to feel me slipping away while still reaching out. You deserved clarity, honesty, and consistency, and I didn't always give you that. I'm sorry for the hurt I caused, whether intentionally or unintentionally. Even now, my eyes still search for you. In crowds, in familiar places, in quiet moments, I look for traces of you. It's as if my soul still believes you're near, still feels your energy echoing all around me. Sometimes it's comforting, sometimes it's heartbreaking. But always, it reminds me that what we had was real, that it meant something, perhaps more than either of us ever fully understood while we were in it. Wherever you are, whatever you're feeling, I just want you to know, I still carry you with me. I still believe in the possibility of us, in the magic of what we shared. And I hope, in some corner of your heart, you believe in it too.